Today we are going to continue our plain line letters. That means all the letters we make today are going to start here at this plain line and go down. The first one we are going to do is letter I. Again, sometimes the simplest letters can be the trickiest because we go too fast. Take your time, get good muscle memory of pulling down, all right, and going straight from the plain line down to the grass line. Pick up your pencil, give it a dot, okay? I want you to practice along with me today with your pencil and paper or a whiteboard and a marker. Just take your time. One more time, repeat after me. Point to the plain line, down to the grass line, pick up your pencil, give it a dot. All right, now the next letter we have is very similar to that, and it is J. J, of course, is not going to stop at that grass line. He's one of the lucky letters that gets to go dig in the mud with the worms. So point to the plain line, go down to the worm line, hook that worm, and then give it a dot. This hook goes towards the worm. If you've ever been fishing, you can kind of make an image of getting that worm on the hook to catch your fish, okay? All right, I don't love that J. Let's do another one. Point to the plain line, go down to the worm line, hook that worm, and give it a dot. All right, the main problem I see with letter J is either starting too low or starting high, but keeping him here, not giving him an opportunity to catch that worm that he wants to get, okay? The other big problem with J is just trying to go towards that worm too quickly and getting some crazy slant happening, okay? He is a pull down letter, and you need to keep pulling down until you get pretty close to that worm line at the bottom. So let's do another one together. Point to the plain line, down to the worm line, hook that worm, and give it a dot. All right, practice some J's nice and slow until you're very confident with those. The next plain line letter that we're going to do also goes down here into the worm line, and that is letter P. So we are going to point to the plain line, pull down to the worm line. Now, at this point, you have two choices. I'm not giving you a lot of choices with handwriting. There's lots of must. This one is a choice. You can trace back up and then fly forward for your bump. That's a long way to trace though. So if you have a hard time making straight lines and following that, I will give you permission to pick up your pen like this. Point to the plain line, go down to the worm line, pick up that pen or pencil, start back at the plain line, fly forward, and get that bump. To me, mine turn out better when I do it this way, okay? But if you are good at tracing and you want to go back up in a smooth one motion without picking up your pencil, that's great, okay? So I'm going to do it my way one more time. Point to the plain line, go down to the worm line, pick up that pencil, point to the plain line, fly forward, bump here at the grass line. So this bump of the P should fill up this whole space between the plain line and the grass line. Only the tail should be below, okay? Don't make him too small. Definitely don't make him too big because a lowercase p and a capital P look the same. So you want to make sure, unless you're starting a name or the beginning of your sentence, you shouldn't be using a capital. So he should be starting at the plain line. Let's do a couple more. Get rid of those ugly ones. All right. Point to the plain line. Go down to the worm line. Pick up your pen. Point to the plain line. Fly forward, around, stop on the grass line. All right, practice a few of those. Practice that flying forward. It's a tricky letter. You want to make sure that it goes that direction, okay, that you can check that. The last letter we're going to do for our plain line letters is letter U. U is a plain line letter. He's going to fly down to the grass line and kind of hook and then go back up. Oh my gosh, that one did not turn out how nice I wanted him. Let's try again. Lots and lots of practicing with handwriting. Okay, point to the plain line. Go down to the grass line. Scoop forward, fly back up to the plain line. Then you're going to come straight down, trace down, give it that tiny little tail. The tail of your U should not make a teepee, okay? We do not want a little family camping out inside of your letters, okay? Nothing should fit in there. Tiny little tail. So let's practice that again. Point to the plain line, pull down to the grass line, forward, up, straight back down. Letter U. Again, point to the plain line, pull down to the grass line, look forward, up to the plain line, back down to the grass line. And that is it for the plain line letters.